All right, today we want to move on. By the way, I went online on IXL and noticed most of you have completed your IXL assignments, the 4 of them that I assigned last week, and I extended it all the way until today because some of you hadn't finished it. By the way, there's a couple of people who haven't finished, and there's actually 1 or 2 that haven't even started. But we're moving on, and you have to catch up with us. And this will help determine your grade somehow or another when we get back into school. I'm not really sure how it's all going to work yet. But anyway, today we want to move on and talk about simple closed curves and polygons. By the way, some of you have already done the topic on polygons and the types of polygons. It was topic number 1, but that is your homework tonight. By the way, if you already did it, then you don't have to do it now. But maybe you haven't done all the other 4 that you were supposed to do, and you have to go back and catch up on one of those. But anyway, we'll start with a simple closed curve. Now, a simple closed curve, okay, is a set of points that starts and stops at the same point and never intersects. And again, there are 2 things important about simple closed curves. First of all, they start and stop at the same point. And second of all, they never intersect. And if you were to think about a figure that starts and stops at the same point, never intersects, the one that comes to most people's minds first is a circle. And a circle is a simple closed curve because it does start and stop at the same point, and it never crosses over or intersects with itself. All right, how about the letter C? Is that a simple closed curve? No, because it starts here and it stops there and it's open. So it's not a simple closed curve because it's not closed. It doesn't start and stop at the same point. How about the number 8? It starts and stops at the same point, but it's not a simple closed curve because it intersects right here. It crosses over in the same spot. That's what makes it not be a simple closed curve. So to be a simple closed curve, it has to start and stop at the same point and never intersect. And again, when I was in 8th grade and I was bored with listening to my teacher, like some of you are with me, I used to draw these type of figures. They were called groovy and far out, okay, and psychedelic. And I used to fill up a whole piece of paper with this kind of design. And then some of the more artistic people would actually even color them. But I didn't do that. But is that a simple closed curve? The answer is yes. It's not very simple, but it is a simple closed curve because it starts and stops at the same point, and it never intersects anywhere. Does it cross over on itself? And that's what makes it a simple closed curve. Now, how about this figure? Is that a simple closed curve? Now, some people say yes, and some people say no. And the people say no because they say, well, it's not curved. But no one said that a simple closed curve has to curve. All it has to do is start and stop at the same point. This does start and stop at the same point, so it is closed, and never intersect. This does not intersect anywhere. So this is a simple closed curve, okay? Even though it's not curved. By the way, this is a special type of simple closed curve that's called a polygon. And again, a polygon, okay, is a simple closed curve made up of line segments. And again, if you remember from what we learned last week, a line segment is a set of points that starts and stops at an endpoint and connects the two endpoints. So that is a line segment, that is a line segment, that is a line segment, and that is a line segment. And again, as long as it starts and stops at the same point, and never intersects, which makes it a simple closed curve, and as long as it's made out of line segments, then that we call a polygon. Now, there are a lot of different polygons, and what determines what kind of polygon it is? The number of sides it has. So now we can talk about types of polygons. And again, we classify polygons by the number of sides that they have. And the first type we have is a triangle. And everybody knows what a triangle looks like. It looks like this. And again, it is a polygon because it is a simple closed curve.